What is Pi taking so long to launch? This is why. The video today is something I hear all the time with Pi. Why is it taking so long? Why is this happening? And if you like, you can probably say that it's essentially a money scam with the ads in place. Nothing's happening with it. The movement doesn't seem to be gaining any traction. It isn't getting where it needs to be. You're going to hear good news in today's video. This will be the view from a software entrepreneur's perspective who has been in the shoes the Pi core team is trying to step into. What is taking so long, what the challenges are, and why I think they should be taking so long. Welcome to Crypto Live. Please like the video and subscribe to our channel to stay updated on our upcoming videos about cryptocurrencies. You probably did not know that staying quiet was the key to building your company quietly, without any interruptions or distractions, and the Piper team barely ever helped with that. And in that case, nothing is wrong. Starting a company in a stealth mode first, then starting a business from scratch is what makes it different. Everyone knows who you are. As a result, when a company goes public for the first time, you hear about it. Everyone expects it to be a big deal. There are plans for the product to be on the way soon or very soon following, and that has been a challenge for them. They are doing some very unique things to make themselves stand out from other markets. In my opinion, this has a lot of potential, but poses its own set of challenges. It seems that in one of them, there are many people signing in using Pi and wondering why it's taking so much time. The reason why it takes a company so long to go through stealth is simple. If the company does not use stealth, we often wonder what the delay is. Where is the delay coming from? I think the most challenging aspect of this whole situation is the significant amount of time before we finally see the whole picture. Here's what I want to talk about first. Here we have the second obstacle, this funding. And we have gone over some of the documents that were prepared. When you look up some of these things, you will find that it actually took what's called the seed funding round. As a result of the $500,000 funding round, they were able to get off the ground as quickly as possible, what the C Brown is all about. This enables you to grow your company without being limited by lack of funding once you get to a certain point. Raising funds is simply one of the things you do. In this situation, you'll lose some control, so you trade it for funding, which, if you've ever watched Shark Tank, is pretty close to how the situation is typically, based on how the situation has been resolved in the Pi network, or how the team has decided to go ahead. The fact that they're not taking on additional funding, not yet at least, obviously this is a good thing for the core team, as it protects their equity, but it can be an inconvenience for their growth. So the team, or Pi, consists of around 10 members, not all of whom are developers. How would you feel about a platform that vetoed 18 million users that were active on it? There will be delays. However, if there are only 10 developers working on this platform, we're not going to be able to run as fast as Paces. We might want you to compare this cryptocurrency project that has a very large user base, e.g. Celsius, with large projects such as Huobi that have a lot of rain and a healthy user base. To build them, place doors behind them. Is it just a matter of understanding some things and being patient? The growth of the company occurs over a period of time following its inception after going through multiple funding rounds. This period is typically 3 to 5 years. As you know, burnt oak is much more difficult than that, and it doesn't involve making copies and pasting them into your auth2, so it takes time on this Pi network. It is not one of those things that you just create. Because of that, we must be thorough rather than rushed. It is Alicia who is leading the journey through the Pi platform. We've been seeing progress for a while now. You may remember that they had a test in the South area where they could actually transfer real transactions. We can see that their core focus is on making sure the user understands everything about the Pi business model, which will be implemented through a marketplace and economy. It is not just being patient with the whole black woman's understanding that the site is adding a lot of new users, but also ensuring everything is smooth and easy to use. Keeping it very, very simple is essential to the success of Pi's. However, I would add that it's part and parcel of what happens when you feel the company, and it just takes time. Again, I can tell you from the company's perspective. There are light years between them. Consequently, I have to spare as much time as possible for my criticism. One of the things I would like to see the Pi for Teens do more of is to integrate the community into the development process. Among the things you mention is the warning of house scams on the platform, as well as the security precautions. There are a lot of things that you shouldn't know can make a big difference in an ecosystem. I told you earlier they are bringing a new user interface, but for sure we'd love to see you a little more later. What are they building each week? Each month? What is going on inside that? Every week we know what to expect. Whenever you have a small team of 10 or so on the core team, it can be monotonous, and you may not see significant changes over the course of a week. Nevertheless, we know that seeing it would be a good thing. The least amount of time is within the month. What is being built? What is the focus? What is being accomplished? As we bring users into an ecosystem, we enable them to feel ownership of their experience. Basically, we make them feel that they have a say in what is being said to them. Having the ability to comprehend what is going on at an early stage is a powerful motivator, since it is something people are wanting to spread to the masses, as easy as it may be, simply by spreading the news. This is how we're going about building our end-user buying program and keeping Suki up to date. This is probably what I would say if I had a critique. In addition, I believe people are anxious to write since they don't have an understanding of how it addresses all four of these issues from the customer, the user side. We want to clear it up for you and provide you with some guidance at the start of practitioner review to help you understand why things take time, and it's okay for the piping to take time. Having details about the progress of the piping will help us be patient and buy time. Is Pi Network's currency likely to gain value in the future? Of course. Pi Networks is at least trying to build something of value from the evidence provided here, and there are also evidences of this. First, they have published a high-level white paper outlining their goals without describing in detail how their Pi stack would get up and running. Pi Network's aim is to spur others to build apps on the network so they can take advantage of Pi Network users' attention. Secondly, they claim to have run a pilot project in 2020 using Pi as a means of exchange. As companies such as Electron EM have done, they could have listed their coin instead of running pilots. Users of Pi claim that the development effort to fork the Stellar public blockchain and build their implementation requires significant effort due to a variety of factors, which is why they are waiting for updates. There is no way to know until we see the mainnet, and the white paper is vague about the criteria for launching the mainnet. After sufficient testing is completed and the community deems it the right time, the mainnet will launch. So, as for the gist of this video, let's just trust their process. That's all for this video about crypto, and thank you for watching. If you would like to receive updates on the crypto market, make sure you click the subscribe and bell button.